watching Movie Guide, and I'm your host, Evie Carroll. We're at the premiere of Ben-HUR, a remake back to the big screen. Let's talk to some of the cast and crew. Okay, how crazy were you to ride the horses actually in the horse?
I mean, I don't know. I think we were all rather crazy. I think I'm going to give Toby as much credit as I was. It was, if you didn't have a buddy with you, it would have been very difficult. And you push each other. And it's like going to the gym. It's like, you want to do the best possible job. And this was tough because I was at the same time losing 30 pounds for the slave ship stuff because it's an action movie, it's an adventure movie, but at its core, it's a character piece. And nothing works without this relationship between these two brothers. And we and Toby had this wonderful relationship, and we really pushed something. And I feel it resonates right to the end of the movie, and I feel really proud of this one.
And what do you think motivates him to forgive?
I think we should all find forgiveness in arts, and I actually believe that deeply. I have a couple of kids now, and I try to instill a sense of decency, moral decency, and sort of etiquette and sort of kindness. And I feel like forgiveness is one of those. And it's amazing. It takes a very big man to forgive. It's very hard to do, but when you do it, you realize how easy it actually is and how much simpler your life is, rather than holding that sort of insipid, sort of crippling darkness inside of you.
Being in Rome at one of the oldest studios, how was that experience?
That was phenomenal. It was really incredible being in Fellini's office and where Timor was situated. So yeah, it was a great big honor. Very happy, very lucky.
Now, what do you think motivates, I guess maybe this is giving away a little too much, but forgiveness in this movie?
My character, Marsala, makes a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. He has terrible behavior. He's angry that no one can see it from his point of view. He thought that going off and becoming someone they could respect was the right thing to do. He was slightly blinded, slightly selfish. So yeah, it's just terrible behavior that needs forgiveness.
You tell a great story about how the first time you saw it, you were kind of reeled in, and how did you feel like your life was influenced?
By this story?
Well, the first time watching it.
Well, the first time watching it, I was very moved by it. Of course, it's a tremendous epic, and you really feel like you're there. And the acting was so good, and the screenwriting, of a very high quality. And then things that were happening at that time in movies weren't happening before that. The spectacle of it was amazing. Well, we don't have that kind of. They built the arenas, in the studio. They built these arenas, the Warner Brothers,
And the extras, all the extras.
All the extras, unbelievable what they went through to do it. Nowadays we have computer graphics which can fill in for a lot of that. So it's a different time, but boy, it was an amazing thing to watch it and become involved in it. And it was a very high spiritual thing, that it gave you this feeling of somehow being able to be reached by a spiritual energy. And then it's the story of this tragic story of these brothers coming together. Anyway, I was deeply moved by it and impressed by it, in awe of it, in a sense.
And you knew you wanted to be a part of movies at that point?
And then William Wyler came to my school, and I found a way to get into that little group of people at the drama department put together to see this fellow. I don't know how he did it, but I wasn't in the drama department. But then he said during that little speech, he said, somebody in this room might, he was trying to say, I'm just a human being and I had these dreams, and many people have these dreams, and if you work hard and you follow through, you learn a craft, maybe one of these days it'll happen to you. Maybe one of the people in this room. And when he said that, I was thinking, me, it's me. But I had never thought of being part of the film industry before that. I didn't know I was going to be an actor before that.
So talk a little bit about your character.
I'm playing Naomi Ben-HUR. I'm the mother of Judah Ben-HUR and Masala. In this particular story, different from the original movie and a little different from the book from the 1800s. Masala and Judah are actually living in the same house under my supervision. I'm their mom. One is adopted and one is mine, and I'm favoring one, and the whole story begins because of the jealousy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard themes of revenge, but forgiveness. Can you talk about how that plays a role in this movie?
So, because there's a theme of revenge and, of course, forgiveness, I think specifically Timur played the forgiveness at the end more than the revenge, because
What was it that brought apart? Why did he want to give the forgiveness?
I think Timur is in his essence, is a good man. Also, the producers and I guess the writers, they really want to send that message out there that you need to forgive yourself in order to forgive others. You need to love yourself in order to love others, and no matter what happens, you have to do what you have to do if you want harmony. So at the end of the movie, this is really what you are left with as an audience, I think.
That's a wrap from the red carpet of Ben-HUR. Make sure to check out the full review at Movieguide.org.
What is your name?
Ben-HUR. God has a plan for you.
People would follow you. I would follow you.
Should have stayed away.
You should have killed me.
Come on!
Ben-HUR, rated PG-13.